Hi everyone, the Summer of Though challenge continues. It's a gorgeous day to read a lesson from the book. And today we're going to talk about holding on to hate is like drinking poison and expecting someone else to die. So it's a nice lesson and just talks about really letting go. So grudges, bitterness, hate, and resentment have no positive attributes or benefits. The more you focus on these negative feelings, the more you harm your own well being. More often than not, the person whom you hold a grudge against is completely unaware of your feelings towards them. If you're not careful, you'll become consumed by your own resentment as it festers and spreads to other facets of your life. If you've been in business for any length of time, you're bound to have made bad decisions and trust people you shouldn't have. When one of these decisions leads to a falling out with a former client, employee, partner, or vendor, it's easy to go on a rampage. It's easy to point out fingers, find faults, and shift blame. It's much harder to step back, look at things objectively, and identify what role you played. In one instance, I failed to reach a contract when a vendor quit, assuming a verbal agreement was enough. It wasn't. That was a $20,000 mistake. I had a choice to make: pay the fee or get tied up in litigation for months. It wasn't an easy choice, but I ultimately concluded that the only way forward was to let go of the anger, accept the valuable lesson, refocus on the important task: running a creative design studio. True forgiveness is when you can say, "Thank you for that experience." Oprah Winfrey. This one hits the heart because it's a lot about ego. It's a lot about, when you truly get to know about business, you truly get to know people. Sometimes when you get into business with friends, with family, in some cases, acquaintances, you may think of them as a certain type of person outside of involving money or transactions. But when money gets involved, people do change. Their motivations and their motives do tend to be different. And when they are different from yours, and maybe their ethics or their morals or their values are different than yours, or when something was not communicated the right way and they felt like they were entitled to whatever they were entitled to, they might act or behave a certain way. And that could have a negative impact on you, which could cause resentment, anger, among other negative feelings. And holding on to that is definitely not something that's going to be healthy for you, for your growth, and for you to just move on. Sometimes it's expensive. Lessons that are learned cost a lot of money, sometimes a lot of pain, a lot of frustration, but nonetheless, there are learning opportunities to grow and become better as a result of it. They make you smarter. Sometimes when you work with people and you see that they are upfront being very defensive, or they seem a little bit intense, likely it's because they have gone through a negative experience and they don't want to go through it again, right? They're building those guardrails to protect themselves from that danger again, or that potential negative exposure. So I would like the lessons that come from this definitely talks about just letting go, use mistakes, use negative experiences as learning opportunities. Just keep those in your radar as your wisdom for your opportunity, and just be thankful, be grateful for the learning lessons rather than be holding it on to as a negative emotion. With that, thanks for tuning in, and until next time.